JeButh. Dude, I was like surfing this gnarly wave, and like I was just like out there, I was just waiting for the killer set, and I was like praying to the big kahuna, like, big kahuna, please bro, give me some gnarly waves. And then out of nowhere, giant T tsunami, bro, just came roaring, dude. I was just like, oh, there it is. I started paddling. I was just going, dude. I just knew, I felt the inertia of the wave, and like Mother Earth was like whispering in my ear, this is you, dude, this is you. And I was talking to Mother Earth while paddling. I was like, Mother Earth, you're the one, thanks for this wave. And I got in that gnarly tube, and I was just going down. I was just like, yeah, hang freaking 10, bro. And then boom, I wiped out. And like I was underwater for like 14 days, and I woke up in Atlantis, and I was like, dude, mermaids are totally real.
Find out what brings you happiness. For me, it's a lot of things. Good conversation, family, friends, and being creative. Those are my outlets. Those make me tick. Find what makes you tick. Find what brings you happiness. Find something meaningful. Something that brings love. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. Learn to forgive and create. Live like water. Take no form, only of your container, your body, your vessel, your mind. You are unable to be cut by a sword or knife. You are soft and gentle, yet super powerful. Develop wisdom. Search for it. Embrace it. Try to be wise. Focus on what you can control. You can control yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your surroundings, who you associate with. Improve every day. Laugh first. Speak afterwards. When remembering the past, reminisce on your challenges that you've gotten through. Don't dwell on the negative, but know that they existed. Anticipate the future. Future success, future joy. Happiness and joy come when you don't deserve it. When you truly believe you don't deserve it. It makes it arriving so much more sweet. Let your heart explode with love. The raw pureness, so you can taste it. Happiness is not external. It comes from the inside. Cultivate it. A lot of happiness has to do with how you live your life. So try to eat well. Be healthy. Don't mess with substances that alter your mind or your spirit. Truly be a pillar to those around you who you do and don't know. And if everybody does that, the world can and will improve. Find happy deep inside yourself. The pursuit of happiness is flawed. The journey is pretty much all it's about. The chase is misguided. The journey, the footsteps, the path are pretty much what it's all about. Take away the idea of deserving happiness and hug more. Hug your friends, hug your neighbors, your loved ones. It actually creates happiness. Strive for happy. Shift your perspective. Love, compassion, generosity. Seize it. Happiness is the freedom to live, breathe, express gratitude. Gratitude for what you have, not for what you think you deserve. Happy is not the absence of pain. Actually, experiencing pure pain, real pain, will help you be joyous. Joyous is as joyous does. You can be joyous without catching a buzz. Small moments can be the happiest. Be simple, fleeting. Fragility makes miracles. Let go of outcomes. Define happiness in your terms. Commit to what makes you happy. Reflect on challenges that have made you happy. Commit to being happy. Make an oath to self to be happy. Say I love you more. Participate in hobbies that include your dream, push you towards your dream, or surround you on a potential path to have your dreams come true. Live in the present, right now, every moment. There is nothing else. Have affection and concern for others. It'll make you happy. Don't doubt your goodness. Find time for peace. Notice the small things and always be learning. Never stop learning. Constant improvements. Slow down. Exercise. Learn to be accepting. Spend time in nature. Find miracles. They exist. They're out there, all around, every day. Service from your heart and understand yourself. Happiness is a difficult road. If it was so easy, I wouldn't even be making these little videos about it. We'd just be all happy. But you can be happy if you really, really try. And take steps every day to improve. Happiness is as happiness does. Just finished the movie In the Cold of Night. I got it. I never really heard of it before. It's pretty good. It's from the early 90s. It's probably some old Cinemax type flick. It's rated NC-17, which I didn't really know until I got it. And it's not like super gnarly or anything, but or I guess compared to today's standards. But it's an interesting story. It's like this dude has these dreams about this chick who he's killing, and then he's kind of trying to find her, and he does find her in real life, and then finds out like some crazy conspiracy that when he had a motorcycle accident, they installed something in his teeth to give him the dreams. Pretty gnarly. It's like neo-noir, so it's really beautiful colors and cinematography. This looks really good. It's Vinegar Syndrome, Blu-ray. I check it out. I don't know, it's cool. It's got a cool little soundtrack. The one lovemaking scene, there's many, but the one in particular, it's like pouring marbles on her and she's just like going off. It's freaking weird. The extra features, they said that they got an X rating originally, and that the MPAA had to make them remove her riding him, which wasn't like showing anything gnarly, but I don't know, it's just crazy when you think about stuff like that. I've owned for a long time and never really watched, but I finally watched Upstream Color, like experimental, weird science fiction about these worms that take over reality type thing. I didn't fully grasp it. It's pretty complex, super indie, and done by the same guy who did Primer, another movie in that same realm that I've heard. I haven't actually seen it, but I heard it's a lot like this. It's good. I think I'm gonna have to watch it a few times because it is so weird. I just could not grasp it as it was. Upstream Color, I would definitely check it out. So just finished from 2008, Father of the Year with David Spade. It's pretty funny. It's Netflix original on Netflix, streaming, you can check it out. But basically, you know, David Spade's hilarious. He's like some super white trash dude that lives in a trailer and ruins his kid's life who just graduated college and way smarter than him, so it's a pretty good dynamic. Watched from Pixar, Luca, their new film. Pretty good. I really liked it. I love Pixar, so I always gotta throw it in. It's awesome. Good story. Takes a lot of elements, I think, from like Italian filmmakers and stuff. A little bit of the scenes I caught, which is cool. Has that full Italian theme. It kind of, you know, presenta, and everybody's, you know, it takes place in Italy, but it's cool. They added a little Italian twist to it too. Watched a couple shorts. Pitch Black Heist from, I think, 2011. It's like 10, 12 minutes long. Super good. You know, short film, so you don't know what to expect, but love short films. Sometimes it's hard to find a really good one. That one won a bunch of awards, so I checked it out, and I really liked it. It's online, free. You can peep it out. Also watched a short film with Adam Sandler called Goldman versus Silverman, which is an interesting concept. It's like 7 minutes long. It's basically two street performers, like Goldman, and he's painted gold, and Silverman painted silver, and they're like battling it out. So it's kind of neat. I just love the twist on art. Keep it legit, dog. I just found out that pineapple actually eats you, which I thought was a interesting fact. I didn't believe it till I looked it up. And so there's an enzyme in pineapple. That's why they use it as a meat tenderizer. That when you eat it, kind of feels a tingling in your mouth. And until it hits your stomach acid, the pineapple you are eating is actually eating you. Crazy! And after reading the Rakim book, he mentioned a lot Muhammad Ali, and I forgot that I had on my bookshelf The Soul of a Butterfly by Muhammad Ali and his daughter Hana. Or Hana, I don't know. You never know how to spell it. Hana, whatever. This is actually really good. Self-help, spirituality, who he was as a man, poetry, elegance, you know, what he did. He doesn't think he's fighting, gave him his brain issues, that if he was a plumber, he would have had him anyway, which I just assumed they were because he got punched in the head a bunch. Really good. I'd highly recommend it. I actually owned this since before he passed away, so I finally got around to reading it, which I'm really happy about. I actually met Muhammad Ali when I was, I want to say like 10 or 11 years old. I sat right in front of him at a Lakers game. It was Lakers versus Bulls, so it was Magic versus Jordan. And we had really good seats. And directly behind me was Muhammad Ali, which at the time, you know, I've heard the name, but I didn't know who he was. And I had gone with my uncle, and he's like, that's Muhammad Ali, the greatest boxer of all time. And I'm looking at him, he's with his kids, and I'm like, that dude? Like, I just didn't get it. And then obviously now I know his story, and I've seen fights on YouTube and whatever, and just his greatness and what he did. The biggest thing I took from this was when he avoided going to war. and all the repercussions. He was at the prime of his fighting career, and he basically went down there and said, "No, I'm not signing up." And everybody really wanted, we'll give you an easy job. You will never have to pull a gun. And he's like, "No, it's not. It's against my beliefs." And it's super strong. Also, another key point that I thought about this that was really good was he said he had ran into Malcolm X about a year prior to his death and kind of gave him the cold shoulder while he was in Africa. And he had wished he had not done that. Ironically, he was assassinated within a year. And it's weird when you start looking at all these key players in political rights movements, civil rights movements, and where they stood and kind of their little nuances or griefs. It's just really interesting American history, people, humans, how the success becomes successful. Does that make sense? The success becomes successful. Were they success before they were successful? I think so. I think they had always been success, and then it just got unlocked to the eyeballs of a man. Try your hardest, do your best, stay amazing, read more books. Every day. Read more books. Have you ever thought, just seriously sat there and tried to think about thinking? You're thinking about the thought of a thought that you haven't thought yet. It's actually pretty difficult. And even if you're time out, I'm going to go and isolate myself to just think, it's not as easy as it would sound. But you need to do that. And meditate. And be a good person. And all these things. So you start getting routines. You have work, family, wealth. Wealth is weird because wealth is health, spirituality, money, relationships. But all these different things that come up in life, and you just have to manage them. You just have to be able to function and be fantastic while doing things. And it's not that easy. But if it was easy, everybody would do everything. So it'd just be not of any value. But once you take the difficulty and approach the difficulty, it improves you as a human being. And the people you're cool with, around, look up to, interact with. And if everybody could get on the same wavelength, we can be an amazing world. Whoa. Podcast. JeButh.